You're about to sneeze. You feel it coming, that itch behind your nose, and no matter how hard you try, your eyes slam shut a half-second before the sneeze fires. Try to keep them open. Go ahead. Most people can't do it even once, and the real reason has almost nothing to do with your eyes at all. Here's the part that surprises most people. Your eyelids aren't protecting your eyeballs from the sneeze. That's the popular story, and it's wrong. Your eyes closing isn't a safety measure you're choosing. It's wiring you don't get to override. A sneeze starts when your trigeminal nerve, the same nerve that reports feeling from your face, detects irritation in your nasal passages and fires a signal straight into your brainstem, into a cluster of neurons doctors sometimes call the sneeze center. That signal doesn't stay contained. It spills over into the neural pathway controlling the muscle that shuts your eyelids, the orbicularis oculi. One nerve pulse, two unrelated outcomes. Your brain never asked your eyes for permission. Researchers at the genetics company 23andMe found something even stranger in 2010, when geneticist Nicholas Eriksson and his team studied a condition called the photic sneeze reflex, a wiring quirk where stepping into bright sunlight makes a person sneeze instantly. They found it affects somewhere between 18 and 35% of people, and it's genetic, tracing back to a handful of specific gene variants. Light hits your optic nerve. Somehow, a sneeze comes out the other end. So why would your nervous system ever build a shortcut between two nerves that have nothing to do with each other? The likely answer traces back long before sunglasses, before doorways, before any of the modern triggers you deal with today. Early nervous systems weren't built with clean, separate wiring for every function. They were built cheap and fast, reusing the same bundles of nerves for whatever job showed up first. Think of it less like a modern office building with a dedicated line for every department, and more like an old farmhouse rewired 6 times over 100 years, where flipping the switch for the porch light also turns on the water heater in the basement. Nobody planned that. It's just how the wiring happened to overlap. And here's the twist almost nobody mentions. The eye-closing reflex isn't even universal. A small number of people can sneeze with their eyes wide open, and when researchers looked into it, no dangerous pressure build-up happened, no eyeball popped loose, nothing that the popular myth predicted. The eyelid closure was never protective. It was just a nerve pathway with nowhere else to go, dragging your eyelids along for the ride. So the next time your eyes clamp shut mid-sneeze, you're not protecting anything. You're watching a 100-million-year-old wiring shortcut fire off 2 circuits at once because somewhere in your ancient nervous system, one nerve borrowed another's wire and nobody ever rerouted it. You're about to sneeze. Your eyes are already closing before you finish that thought, not to save your eyeballs, but because 2 circuits that were never supposed to share a line have been tangled together since long before anyone thought to separate them.